Alright, welcome back to the next part in this Commodore PET 2001 series. We are about to turn this on for the very first time. We've cleaned it, we've repaired the chassis for the monitor. I got it plugged in. Let's turn it on. We'll cross our fingers. What we're going to do is look for smoke or smell if anything is burning. Let's just do it. Nothing. Wow. Check this out. Look how exciting this is. It's incredible. Does it work? Is that it? We fixed it? Does it work? Alright, let's try to type something down here. There seems to be a problem. Where's all my letters I typed? The common problem I hear with these is that the keyboard, about keyboard problems. So when it figure, looks like we also have a keyboard problem. There's two things we can do. We're going to take this apart, clean it, and also could be cable issues, which is we can address and go from there. Although the weird thing is, two numbers did work. What was this? Like a plus sign worked? Let me see here. Look at this. Keyboard doesn't work, but this plus thing works. I'm looking at the keyboard. The plus is a shift this. Nothing else is working. Let me try a few more keys. Alright, out of all the keyboards, only two keys work. Let me show you. The only two keys that register is the shift this and the shift this. Nothing else works. So let's go ahead, pause this, let's take it apart, and let's address a few things. Obviously, keyboard cable. I've seen where people sell these cables, replacement cables, for about $40 online. What we're going to do is take this board out, resolder all these points. We're going to resolder all these points. We're going to check continuity with the multimeter and make sure that that's a very simple way to make sure our cable is not defected, and that's going to be our next step. And if that doesn't work, we're going to clean the keyboard, but we need to clean the keyboard anyway. You saw it dirty this one, so let me get a screwdriver and take this out. I've already started to take a couple screws out. Remember, put all your screws in one container. Whoa. There we go, we got the keyboard. Let's go ahead and start cleaning this thing. We're going to remove the back here. So I marked each spot where there was a screw with my Sharpie marker. And we have to use this little tiny screwdriver. We didn't get that in very good. Look how tiny these screws are. We do not want to lose these suckers. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all these. And we're going to separate these two parts. So lift right up. There we go. So we have this off. We're going to stick the continuity. We're going to put the multimeter in one of these grooves and touch it up in here. So let me show you. I just resoldered every one of these points. I didn't film it, sorry. I didn't know if that was important, but if you don't know how to solder, let me know. I can make a video, or just check on YouTube for that. This is pretty dirty. I cleaned it with alcohol, or rubbing alcohol. I think I did a pretty good job. See, I don't know if I took a picture of that or not either. So I didn't film all that, but this part is good to go. Let me show you how we were testing this. I'm going to set my multimeter over here so that whenever, set this back here. So whenever there's contact between the 2 points, we get a beep. So very simple. Use that a lot in arcade repair. And if you didn't know, we're sitting in the arcade right now. We have about, I don't know, a bunch of arcade pinball machines in here that I worked on. All right, let's see. Plan B. I couldn't get my probes in here, so what we do then is attach this back to the board. And actually, what I'll do is flip it over and test it that way. Don't know if you can see that real good. So I'm testing each point, then I move over. All right, so what we have proven here, I didn't show you every single one, is that this cable running from this keyboard pad to through this plug to the other side of the motherboard is fine. So do you know what? Our cable is fine. The problem is not our cable. Let me take this apart again. Next thing I'm going to do is clean the back of these pads. I already started. Let me insert a picture as a before and after right now. So what I did was, I've gone over it like 3 or 4 times with alcohol Q-tips. Get in here and clean every single one of these. These are like little conductive pads. I have a whole bunch of backup ones here. If these don't work, these little, you can glue these on. But let's put this back together, and we'll see if we fix the problem. This, according to what I've read, this fixes a large percentages of the keyboard problems for the PET. Either it's the cable or the keyboard, and we clean this. And we actually don't even need to screw this back together. We can just plug this in, and then I can take one of these conductive pads, or even a little screwdriver, bring it across here, and it would register if it's working. So we're gonna go ahead and try that next. Well, I just went through and tested everything with the screwdriver. I also put one of these conductive pads on my fingertips, and then move it across here. You know what? Exact same results. We only have that X, that large cross, and then that little square. So we haven't fixed anything. We've ruled out a few things, but we haven't fixed anything. All right, we're going to research this a little bit more, and we're going to do the next part. So thanks for watching. This part, it powers up. We have the screen. It boots. That screen, it shows that we have basic 1.0. That's a good start. We're going to go from there. And so watch the subscribe to the next part. I am going to rip out the we're going to look at the logic here. If it's not any of this, it's got to be a chip. But we got to figure out, is it are these memory chips, the basic chips, CPU, PIA chip. We can pull these out, put them back in, try to clean the sockets. I don't think it's on one of these memory chips though, because it said we had 7167 bytes free, so it could be the ROM, CPU, PIA chip. Anyways, watch the next part. What's that part 5, and let's see if we can get this figured out. I'm gonna go find the schematics. In the meantime, please subscribe, and thank you for your support.